How about that debate with the presidents?
Oh man,
I didn't watch it. You'll have to fill me in.
it was comedy.
Okay, I'll fill
It
you
should have
in.
been on a comedy channel. That's all he missed.
From who?
Okay, that's one side.
Who do you think?
What
Joe.
was the other side?
The other side. Joe's a liar. Presidency was terrible. He's terrible. I'm better.
My economy, Joe. My economy was simply better. And then he said China one time, like dead serious, and I lost it.
China.
Yeah.
That's it. Just China.
It wasn't
Joe
like
loves China.
it wasn't like anything about what they were actually gonna do. It's just about what they did or didn't do.
Well,
in the
that's
past.
really this is the second time in history where you have a past president running against a current president.
Yeah.
Second time? What was the first?
Grover Cleveland. And,
Oh, that's right.
I forget.
He won then, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, history does repeat itself.
I couldn't tell you one thing that Grover Cleveland did in either one of his presidencies. I couldn't even tell you what number he was. Numbers, I guess, or years.
Yeah, I was gonna say guess a year.
I did see a TikTok about how it was like talking about presidents that put in an amendment,
Yeah.
like passed other amendments. Woodrow Wilson is an asshole. He put in like 6 amendments.
Jeez, he's like, I don't like any
One
of
of them
this.
was banning alcohol. Screw that guy.
Oh,
He is unpatriotic.
Yeah, that is very unpatriotic.
Joe, the immigrants are flooding into the country, and you're doing nothing about it, Joe.
Flooding
They're
in.
taking our jobs.
They're flooding in. Some are saying 8, 19, 20 million. so many, Joe. Under my administration, Joe, we were down to like 500, 200 a day. So low numbers. If you didn't touch the border, Joe, we'd be fine. But you just had to open it up.
He did say that.
all right, Joe. What's your rebuttal to that?
America.
Cough.
Oh no, he's like he sounded. He was whispering a lot. He kind of sounded like this. And then we beat Medicare.
Yeah.
and then and then Trump said, "Yeah, he beat it to death."
Yeah.
Well, if
And
you didn't
then,
watch the debate, I guess you got it right here. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I mean that's all I need to hear.
That's pretty much it.
Then I heard from that one video that good job, Joe. You answered all the questions.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
And he was just standing there like,
yeah. Yep.
When I was a vice president, I had my handicap down to a 6. Okay, Joe, stop
he
being
said-
childish.
That is the biggest lie of all, that he had his handicap down to a 6.
Yeah. Because they started talking about golf.
I've seen your swing, Joe.
Yes.
That's not a good swing.
I have 2 cup championships.
2 cup championships. Not even, what was the elder?
Oh, not even senior
Yeah,
division.
not even senior, regular championships. You have to be pretty smart,
Yeah.
hit the ball pretty far.
There were so many memes that were like, if Joe Biden's a 6 handicap and I'm Tiger Woods, and then it was like, this guy's not a 6 handicap. If he swung a golf club right now, it'd be a medical emergency.
Oh my
You guys
god.
know that Trump's handicap is like a 2.8?
Yeah, I saw that.
He's a stallion.
Yeah.
He's a stick.
He just makes money and goes out and golfs. And he makes money while he golfs.
Golfing's
I
a
would too.
businessman's sport.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, but
used
he
to
has
say
so
that's
many
when all-
kids that he doesn't even have to run his businesses. It's mostly Don Trump Jr. and Eric Trump.
He just goes out and golfs.
Yeah.
And the money's being made.
They say you make the deals on the golf course.
Yep, that is what they say.
Yeah.
That has been done.
Not that any of us would know, but.
Well, no.
Oh, in other
I just
news.
shit the bed on the golf course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah,
me too.
me too.
I shank a hard right. I go across not one but 2
Actually, it's a
fairways.
slice.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What's a
is
shank?
When you like hit it right off the hosel and it just shoots sideways.
Oh, I do some of that too. What's it called whenever you like scoop underneath it and it goes backwards?
Oh, I hit it fat? No, not fat.
Scoop? How does it go
No,
backwards?
I mean, like you
mean a moon
You
ball?
hit the tee out from underneath it,
oh, that's just a
That's
sky
just,
ball.
you're just getting under it.
Yeah, that's a sky ball.
and then
Typical
somehow
getting
rolls
under it.
back.
I'd call that a swing and a miss.
swing and a miss.
No, he contacts
Swing
the tee.
and punish.
Good.
It's all tee. You
It's
know,
all tee.
I was thinking about our
Damn it! Why'd you have to touch it? It was going fine.
wobbling so bad. I was thinking about our intro today while I was in the
Yeah.
gym. And I was like, that intro didn't sound bad whenever we did ourselves. And I was like, the normal intro is kind of boring. So I'm like, we could probably just make our own intro.
Every episode, just a different song.
No, we could just like make our own, and then we just like record it and then put it on there for our own. So like Cody would have to be the organ because he would have to like the boo boo boo, like he has to lay down the bass, okay? And then I'd be like the bass guitar, so like doom 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 doom, and then whatever, and then Kean would have to be like the drum set, so he'd have to like do like a drum roll into like a cymbal, so like a yeah, there you go, yeah, and then Cletus would have to be the acoustic guitar, so he'd like
We need to drop some music.
Yeah, we need to drop some plays here.
This sounds absolutely terrible. The first
well, Cody just has to start with the bass, and then I can build, and then you can lay down a drum beat,
and Cletus
can like do the
improvise
the chorus type thing.
Okay.
Okay,
wait, before we go to the intro, while
we're about to go to the intro when we. Oh, I see.
I have one more story. I got another story. Something that happened this week. Well, and like a couple weeks ago. But Charlie Batch.
Oh,
you guys know Charlie Batch?
Chuck Batch.
Here we go.
I already told you about it.
No,
right?
you didn't tell me, but nothing good comes with Charlie.
No, Charlie Batch. Okay, so I work at Nike at the Grove City outlets,
You came in there.
Charlie Batch came into the store.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was up at the backup quarterback behind Ben for many years.
Yeah, he always came in when
Number
Ben broke
3.
his
Oh,
nose.
Dennis
not number
did,
3.
yeah.
Sorry, number 4. No, because Reed was 3. Jeff
So
Reed
really,
was 3.
I think it's like 16. I swear he's like number
maybe.
16.
An irrelevant number.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He was a backup quarterback. He was in the league. That's what mattered. And I was up at register, and he went to go check out. And I didn't see him like walking through the store at all. But I was up there, and
And
I
you
was
pushed everyone else off the
No, I was-
register where he was going.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Someone that
Oh my
no
God.
one remembers.
Chuck Batch is here.
I just
Did you recognize his face?
Yeah, because he was like faced like out looking into the store, and you know how our store's set up, and like he was like out faced away from me, and I was like, I can help over his next, and he turned around, and my jaw like dropped. I was like, and I literally said out loud, I was like, Charlie Batch? He's like, yep. I was like, oh my gosh, I grew up watching you play. I didn't want to say I grew up watching you ride the bench. But he was standing there, and I was like, oh my, no way. It's like that. And so then I got a picture with him, and I was like freaking out, like my face was all red, and nobody else in the store knew who he was.
That's so awesome.
Did you get a signature?
No, I didn't get a signature. I got a picture with him. I'll put it up on the video.
50
But
cents, but
yeah,
That's so sick. I'd still take it.
Yeah.
That's
it was
sweet.
It was really cool. He's not.
why is
I don't
he
know,
living around here?
Yeah, I thought he was the
Pittsburgh.
OC in like Tampa Bay or something.
No, you're thinking of
That's
Byron
a
Leftwich.
Byron
That was a different.
Yeah.
former,
the other backup.
Yeah.
Wait,
Freaking
Charlie Batch is a coach somewhere or an OC.
I don't know. I guess
It might be in the UFL, but it's
It might
somewhere.
be in the
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure
Just
he
around
is.
the area.
Visiting home, I guess.
Man, imagine if it was Duck Hodges.
No, it just says he's a
Kind of
former.
looks like John. I forgot how much he kind of looks like John Legend.
That's exactly what it looks like right here.
Was he a broadcaster then?
He was
he was doing
Oh
the-
yeah, he does like local broadcasts.
Okay,
he
that's
said.
what it is then.
Local broadcast for the
yeah.
Steelers. Yeah, he's 49 years old now. He's really not a big guy. It says here he's like 6'2", 216. But I mean, he is like 50 years old now, so he
That's
probably
so
has
cool.
lost some muscle mass. But
Yeah,
yeah, I was excited.
Was he
to
by
see him.
himself?
Yeah.
He was with his wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
With
so
a
cool.
helmet on, he looks so much like that middle linebacker that almost died.
Ryan
Shazier.
Shazier.
Ryan Shazier. He looks a lot like him with helmet on.
He also kind of looks like Josh Dobbs.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He
That's
reminded me of somebody else. I can't.
John
remember.
Legend. It looks like to me. Is that the right
Oh
name?
yeah.
Yeah.
He does look like John Legend.
From the side here.
Yeah.
With this beanie on in this picture, he kind of looks like.
No, oh my
They're
gosh.
like twins.
That's
dude.
like exactly looks like. Carson, look at this. He looks like John Legend. Oh
They're
my
twins.
gosh.
Yeah.
That is
like a
John
mix
Legend.
of John Legend and Usher.
Wait, he played
Yeah.
for the Lions too?
Yeah. Well, not played, but he. Oh, come on. But he rode the bench for the Lions too. I think.
No.
Yeah.
In this
He
picture,
actually
he's
played?
attempting to throw the ball.
Well, it could have been
Preseason.
preseason.
Cody, you're
Probably
right.
was.
He was number 3, and Keen, you're right. He was also number 16.
Oh,
Let's go.
all right. Yeah.
He's number 10 for the Lions.
Looking
Wait,
at his.
what numbers was those for the Steelers? Was that both for the Steelers?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was
'cause
16 and 3.
Looking at
Probably
his.
because Jeff Reed was
Oh,
3 forever.
Okay,
Yeah, it looks like he was 16 more than 3.
He was a second round pick by the Lions in 1998. He started for like 3.5 seasons before he was ultimately benched. So his rookie year,
Damn.
he passed for 2178 and 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Second year, 1957. Oh man, this is terrible. 13 touchdowns, 7 picks. Then the third year was 2,489, 13 touchdowns, 15 picks, and then the year he got benched, the Detroit Lions went 0-9 in his starts, and he passed for 2392 and 12 touchdowns, 12 picks. So
College did he go to?
Eastern Michigan.
That he wasn't part of that almost 0-16 Lions.
Maybe. Let's see. That's a piece of history. Let's see.
No.
It was 2001. No, they went 2-14.
Yeah, I was gonna say
A respectable,
that's not the right year.
respectable 2-14.
That was later.
That's what we were going for.
Oh, that means he's probably on that. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong team. Never mind.
If you saw him walk into the store before he started checking out, you should have quickly looked up all of his stats and just listed them.
Rattled them off.
This guy's a super fan.
You passed for 2,489 yards in 2000.
That's awesome. Oh, that's really cool.
His hometown is actually Homestead, PA, which is
really?
It's right in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's right between
Pittsburgh guy.
It's right between Pittsburgh and West Mifflin.
Yeah, like I said, I think he was talking about how he still does local broadcasts for the Steelers. Oh my gosh,
He's pretty good too.
Yeah, I think so.
On the broadcast.
So in the games that he started, looks like he started how many games here in his first 4 years? Around 40 games. His completion percentage was never above 58.1
Yikes.
in those 4 seasons.
Well, he was on the Lions too, so.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I don't know when Calvin Austin was drafted. Not Calvin Austin. Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson.
Dang it.
Calvin Austin's better.
He never played with Calvin Austin either. He did not play with Calvin Johnson. He played
Calvin
with
Johnson was later, right?
Calvin Johnson was just with Stafford.
just Stafford.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
So that's 09,
Stafford.
7, 8.
Johnson was drafted in 09. Stafford, I think,
I think he was 08.
08. Yeah.
Yeah, first overall.
Calvin
Yeah.
Johnson was 07, second
is-
overall.
He was a year before
Second overall for
for
Calvin
the
Johnson.
staff.
The
The
meat staff.
Staphylococcus.
Staph infection.
Nice. On that note, we want to try this intro
The intro.
music,
All
baby.
right, Cody, you got to lay down a bass chord, and then we're gonna go.
So what are you? What instrument are you again?
I'm the bass guitar, so Cody's
Should
organ.
we just
he's
since we're going off script here, should we
Yeah.
just do our original song?
We already did that. We
I
got
don't-
that down pat.
Acapella.
I don't have it memorized, honestly.
He's pretty
so.
much just setting the chord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dum 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 dum.
Now those two. It's a terrible.
Hang
Hang on, restart.
I was just gonna go.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be hard to acapella.
Dum 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 That wasn't bad. Pops all around. Hopefully it sounds as good in there as it. It's
Absolutely terrible.
Terrible. Remember what time it's at so we can listen to it before we leave.
Okay.
It's gonna sound like complete dog shit.
Bro.
We have perfect pitch.
Yeah.
Oh my
Pitch
god.
perfect.
I hope that all you hear is Cody going, "Bob."
New intro music.
It's just gonna be.
30 seconds.
I would be laughing my ass off editing this video. Okay, ready. Ball.
I should have just started doing free burp.
we can change it every time now. I
Yeah,
guess.
we can't.
We should have made it something more patriotic. I don't know what we could do. I don't know.
We could do a remix of the Natty Anthem. Or like the.
Yep.
Medicare is done.
Medicare.
No, I'm trying. What's that song that Lee Greenwood sings?
Who?
I don't even know that name.
If tomorrow all the things are gone.
I'm proud to be an American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Banger.
Joe Rogan's podcast was playing that.
Yeah. Are we?
From what I hear from his podcast, YouTube is a lot more strict about copyright.
Yeah.
Like, way more strict.
Yeah.
And Spotify is just like,
They really
do
don't
whatever
care.
whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. If we're not playing the actual song and we're just trying to recreate it, we
We're
can't
allowed
get
to sing it.
copyrighted. Yeah. Oh, then we could sing whatever we wanted.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
You know,
it's technically a parody.
You can copyright yourself though.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can copyright our own voices.
we need to copyright that.
I mean, like you can get in trouble for like copywriting yourself. Kind of like how you can plagiarize yourself.
Oh, well, we wouldn't be copyrighting ourselves anyways.
Yeah, because it's different every week.
Can't remember.
Dum, dum, dum.
Well,
Anyways.
I guess. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways,
Welcome back to Last Stop Sports Talk Podcast. Today is Monday, July 1st, 2024, and here on episode 30, I'm joined by Cody Crop, Kean Crop, and Cletus Smith. We do not have the Fab Five, but we do have the Crops and Cletus.
Yeah.
And we haven't said it yet, and I don't know why we haven't said it yet. We're already however many minutes into this video. Happy 4th of July.
Happy
Yeah.
4th of
Everybody,
July.
you know you live in America, you should be proud of it, and people died for this country, so...
Get up, cocksuckers! Salute the flag.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, thank you to all the.
Quit sitting on your ass!
Quit sitting on your lazy asses and light off some damn fireworks. Go do your capitalist duty, buy a shit ton of fireworks
Yep,
for way
yep.
too much money,
Yep.
and light that shit off.
But thank you to all the veterans who fought for this country.
Absolutely.
For this amazing country, making America and the 4th of July what it is today.
Great again.
Great.
Great again.
Well, it was great, and now we're trying to make it great again. I'm feeling the spirit today. I wore my American flag get up.
I wore a USA shirt, but it's black and gold, so it doubles as the Olympics.
What do you
I
have,
wore what I
Cletus?
took a nap in.
Oh, yeah, he was napping again.
Pirates baseball. It's in America.
Let's go.
Pirates baseball,
Yeah.
best city in America.
Yep.
They may not be good, but
At least the city's
But
good.
there's something.
it's there. Yeah,
They got
they're,
Paul.
They're
It was
playing
there.
ball. They got Paul.
Paul.
You know, we did make steel back in the day, so we were useful for
We
something.
built America.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're going to start off today with the latest around the league, followed by AFC South draft grades, a special 4th of July draft. And we'll wrap it up with, apparently, heading straight into the latest around the league. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero
There you go.
Nailed it.
said, there has certainly been discussion within the league among certain owners about even the idea of a separate quarterback salary cap, that at some point you don't want quarterbacks' numbers to go over a certain percentage of your salary cap. To my knowledge, that hasn't really gained traction, in part because so many teams have paid their quarterbacks, end quote.
Carson, you can get started on this. I know I put this on here because I know you said you're really passionate about it. So you can kick this
Yeah,
off.
I've kind of mellowed down a little bit, but
Oh, come on.
originally this made me very angry because it's like it's somewhat like it's on its way to socialism.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
no matter how well you play, you can only earn so much. So it's like, why? I mean, if there was a salary cap, Daniel Jones would have almost got the cap. And if Daniel Jones is the cap, then there's a problem there. It just it's like a high minimum wage. Okay, so when you have a high minimum wage, when you have a high minimum wage, then it separates the difference between skilled workers and like college degree. It makes college degree less valuable. So it basically makes the better quarterbacks less valuable because they can only get paid so much. And also, it takes teams out of the running to like destroy themselves pretty much because teams like the Giants can go and overpay Daniel Jones. Well, that's not a good example because he's not going to go over the max. But like Patrick Mahomes, say for example, say Patrick Mahomes goes to free agency, another team can give him $75 million a year, and that'll give a bad team a chance to get a good quarterback in. Whereas if there's a salary cap, say the salary cap's $50 million, every team in the league is going to offer him $50 million. So at that point, it's basically just he wants to go to the best team. So the best are going to keep getting better, and the worst are going to struggle because they can't overpay a quarterback to get them.
Also, going off your point there, wouldn't? Oh God, I lost my traction. I had a thought and then it just left my ear.
I can
Oh,
pick
there
it up
goes
while
down
you're-
the floor. Oh,
Dig your toes in.
there
Dig
goes-
your toes in.
Oh,
You're
it
slipping.
just left the damn room. God damn it.
I'll pick it up while you're thinking, Cletus. I'm with you, but I didn't think about it, I guess, in that way. I thought about it that like it's like it makes it more like, I guess, I don't really want to say college football, but I guess what I thought of was like college football, how back whenever they like weren't supposed to be using money to bring players in, but everybody probably was because like they get donations and stuff
Nick Saban.
from alums, yeah. But what I thought about was if everybody's only allowed to pay, say, who was it? Kirk Cousins, he was a free agent. If everybody's only allowed to pay, like you can only pay Kirk a max of $50 million, and 6 teams offer him that, then it's basically just him choosing where he wants to go. And like ultimately, it is him choosing where he wants to go as it is now. But teams can offer him like, we're going to give you $80 million a year. Obviously, that didn't happen. But like, if like teams want to overinvest, they can. Whereas if everybody's offering him the same amount of money, then he can go to that team, and then they can just build a super team there because like, oh, if Kirk wanted to go there, then I want to go there too. Like basically what the NBA does, how they just make super teams and it kind of like shits on the bad teams. And the NFL, you can't do that right now because if you want the best guys, you have to pay top dollar for them to come to you. Unless like unless you're like the Patriots, probably back in the day, they could probably get guys for cheaper because like we'll give you Super Bowls, buddy. But like today, the only ones who are like kind of guaranteed are like the Chiefs to win Super Bowls. Everybody else is out there trying to make a bag and make something of themselves and their team. Whereas if you just make it this cap, everybody can offer the same amount, and then you're just picking wherever you want to go. And I feel like socialism is what it is.
Yeah.
Word.
It's coming
Here it
back.
comes.
Oh.
Here it comes.
Oh shoot. Oh no. So basically, what the NFL is saying here is just the GMs aren't good at their job.
Yeah.
That's literally all it is. Like if a team wants to pay, hypothetically, a quarterback $100 million a year, that only leaves you like $230 million in cap space for the rest of your other 52 players. It's just budgeting.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to help you budget.
Yeah.
Like, the hell's the point in that? There's no fun in that. Yeah, it's stupid. If a team's going to be shit, let it be shit.
Exactly. Yeah. Let there be shit. We need shit.
Yeah. And like Cleus is saying with budgeting, if your quarterback, like say Patrick Mahomes, say the Chiefs have to pay him $75 million to keep him, then they don't have as much to build their team around him. But if they only have to pay him $50 million, then that levels them in the playing field with maybe, say, like the Chargers, who are also paying Justin Herbert $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the same playing field, even though the Chiefs should be paying their quarterback more. So,
Cody, anything on this?
No, I'm pretty much on board with you guys. I feel the same way as what you guys already talked about. Like, it's just, I don't know that any general manager would actually want to do this because of that advantage thing that you guys kind of talked about. Like, that kind of takes away advantage.
Aside
from
from
the shitty teams.
Well, the only teams that would want to do it, in my opinion, would be like teams like the Chiefs and the Bills.
Yeah,
like
the
stud
49ers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because whenever Patrick Mahomes' contract is finally up.
Yeah, then that gives them the advantage because they don't have to overpay him because they can only pay him so much.
Yeah.
I doubt it'll ever happen. I don't think it'd be good for the league in the long run.
Yeah, like one of the things that's why I love the NFL so much is because
It's staying there.
It's because it's like every year everybody's given new chances to win. Like if you're the worst in the league, you obviously get the first draft pick. Everybody's only allowed to pay so much money with that salary cap. The NFL now, like obviously it is kind of like socialism in that way, but it just kind of works. Like no team is ever really out of it.
Right.
Like the Texans were the dog shit of the league for 2 or 3 years whenever Deshaun Watson had that whole scandal, and then he wasn't playing for them anymore. And then the Texans brought in a new coach, got some good draft picks, and then turned their team completely around. So the fan base has something to buy back into. So like obviously
Build back better.
Build back
Build
better.
back better.
So
He
obviously
actually didn't mention that.
the NFL they're good at making money, and they're good at keeping fans in touch with their teams. So they try to make it fair so that if you are one of the best teams in the league, it's going to be tougher for you, as it should be, because we don't want you stomping on everybody every single year. We want to make this so that basically if you suck, we'll give you some pieces to help make you better, and I like that.
I don't know if any of you guys are going to know this, but what happens if, like, you draft a rookie in the first round and then he doesn't sign the contract? What happens?
He just has to sit out. He sits out
Until the contract's over?
No. He until the end of that season, and then he's a free agent to sign anywhere.
Yeah, I was wondering because
I'm pretty sure.
Because it's like, I just saw, like, there's some first rounders who still haven't signed their contract, right?
I think so.
Because
Because there's one that just signed the other day, and it said he's fully guaranteed. So I was like, I want to know like how the negotiation works here. Like if they can't come up with a deal, then what happens? Is he just free agent, or he sits till the end of the whatever? Yeah. Anyways, Former number 1 overall NFL draft pick Jamarcus Russell is being accused of stealing $74,000 donation meant for Williamson High School, and Russell has since been terminated as volunteer assistant coach. What's up with all these like big name quarterbacks stealing from organizations
Brett Favre?
or high schools or whatever? Yeah.
Well, I don't understand it from Brett Favre, but I get it from Jamarcus Russell because he's the biggest bust of all time.
That is true. And he's a volunteer coach, so he needs some kind of
Yeah, that's
Getting
funny.
fired as the volunteer coach.
A former
That's
NFL,
tough.
a former NFL player is only the volunteer assistant coach.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good look for him.
No.
Serena Williams, winner of 23 Grand Slam women's tennis singles titles, will host the ESPY Awards, which will begin on July 11th at 8 p.m. ET in LA and air on ABC. So the 2024 ESPYs award nominees have been revealed, and there's a lot of them. So I'll just read the names and discuss if we want to. If not, then good deal. Best athlete, men's sports, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, Shohei Ohtani, Dodgers and Angels, Scotty Scheffler, golf, and Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers. So I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's down to 2 people here.
Ohtani and McDavid.
No, Ohtani and Scheffler.
You think it's Scheffler?
Well, right now Scheffler's having the exact same season that 2000 Tiger Woods did, based off of wins, strokes, money, percentage, whatever. So he's basically having prime Tiger Woods season right now, and then Ohtani is obviously unbelievable. He's top 3 in every batting category except for stolen bases, and he still has 16 stolen bases or something. And he's not even pitching right now.
Yeah, and it would have been a lot different if McDavid would have won the cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Would have been a lot.
Yeah, it
better.
would have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even really understand. I guess Patrick Mahomes is only there
He won the.
because of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say otherwise for 2024 alone, it should have been someone like Josh Allen or Dak. Actually, it should
Lamar
have been Christian McCaffrey. Actually, probably.
Yeah, it should have
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson was MVP.
been. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, probably should have been Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, here Mahomes is just getting the credit for the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep,
Just-
pretty much.
So, do you guys have an opinion between Ohtani and Scheffler?
Ohtani just feels like he's taken like media and America by storm with what he's done in the MLB. I guess I'm not as in tune with golf as you are, obviously. But it sounds like Scotty Scheffler is also taken the golf world by storm. But I feel like if we're talking bigger stages, the NFL or the MLB is a bigger stage than golf. So I'd probably go Ohtani.
I'd personally go Scheffler just because Ohtani's only a batter right now. It's not like you can hold that against them because it's, of course, people are only ever batters usually, but it's just not like he's like generational like he was when he was pitching like Babe Ruth.
I think I'd
So-
go Scheffler too, just for that reason too, because he's just so damn dominant.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything like this in 24
Yeah.
years. So
And if McDavid would have won the cup, I think I would have had to go McDavid.
yeah,
Just
Yeah,
'cause
he
he's
carried that team.
Unbelievable.
yeah,
Too. But yeah, I think I'd have to lean Scheffler as well.
yep. Best athlete for women's sports, we have Caitlin Clark, Iowa women's basketball, Coco Gauff, tennis, Nelly Korda, golf, and AJ
Ajay.
Wilson of the Las Vegas
The ace.
Aces. So I only
Caitlin Clark, next question.
I only know 2 of these people, Caitlin Clark and Nelly Korda. So
Yeah.
Ajay
like-
Wilson's a dog for the Aces. She's
What sport
very,
is that?
Very talented.
WNBA.
WNBA.
Oh, I didn't think they'd put 2 WNBA people on
I
here.
know, but she's really, really good.
Oh,
I agree with you, Cletus. What Caitlin Clark has meant to the world of women's sports, all
Yeah,
women's
in general,
sports,
yeah.
it's been incredible to watch. To watch her kind of honestly take the USA by storm.
Yeah, I mean, all the records she just broke and everything.
single-handedly like quadruple or sextuple women's sports viewership
Yeah.
all by
Yeah,
herself. I feel like
easy.
she's the only obvious answer here.
Yeah, I agree.
The best breakthrough athlete, we have the 4 nominees are Haley Bryan, LSU gymnastics, CJ Stroud, Houston Texans, Juju Watkins, USC women's basketball, and Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs.
CJ Stroud.
I was gonna say Wemby.
No.
As-
Wemby didn't have as good of a season as CJ
Oh, okay.
Stroud did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think it goes.
All Wemby really had was blocks, which was he averaged like 3.6 per game, but yeah.
I would say CJ Stroud just because it's so rare to see a rookie quarterback do that nowadays, and
Yeah.
he actually took his team to the playoffs versus Wemby who didn't. I guess. So.
I like this Haley. Now, obviously, we're not as in touch with Haley Bryant of the LSU Gymnastics or Juju Watkins of USC.
Because Libby Dunn
was taking all the attention.
Well, I mean, we were even. My family was just watching the Olympic trials last night, and Haley Bryant wasn't there, so I've never heard of this chick. I don't know.
With all respect to her.
With all respect, she must
sure
not be
great.
that good.
Please, what's the Conor McGregor quote?
Who the... Are you going to bleep it? Sure.
Yeah.
Who the is this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, all respect to her, but, like, what CJ Stroud did, what you said's, I mean, undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
Wemby, I agree with Cletus, because he didn't... Like, obviously, he's incredible. Like, because if we're talking breakthrough athlete, but you're right, he didn't have that great of a season in the NBA this year. And also, I mean, lots of respect to Juju Watkins, too, because she's incredible. She's, like, the next one in WNBA.
Oh, really?
Or not WNBA, but she's still in college. But,
okay.
man, she's the talent.
Is she
in
the
college right now.
freshman or sophomore?
Yes.
Is she freshman or sophomore? I think she's young.
I think she was
the right
freshman
one.
last year, yeah.
Okay,
For
yeah.
WNBA,
She's incredible.
do they have to... she must have been a freshman. She's 18 years old right now.
Okay, yeah, because I remember
she was
she
a freshman last year.
Yeah, she carried
She's,
the
like,
team as a
breaking
freshman.
records
Yeah.
and everything, yeah.
She turns 19 in 2 weeks.
Wow.
But
How tall is she?
6'2", she's listed as. But for WNBA, do you have to play 1 year of college ball and then you can get drafted, or do you have to play all 4 years or 3 years? I don't know
Beats
what
me.
it is.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Probably the same as the NBA because it's just a spin-off.
Yeah.
I would guess you need at least a year, honestly.
Yeah, it's probably 1 year.
You don't need a year in NBA, do you?
Yeah. You
But
do now.
I think you do.
Is
now.
it like a year or
LeBron
other
was the last
professional
one.
experience?
WNBA requires players to be at least 22
Oh, wow.
to have completed their college eligibility and to have graduated from a 4-year college or to be 4 years removed from high school.
Well,
So
that
that-
makes
or
that
to
makes
be
a
4
lot of sense
Wait.
Caitlin Clark.
because they need to have a degree before they go there because they're not going to be making shit for money. So they want them at least to have a backup plan.
And they have to have some kind of part-time job to help support.
Looking
Yeah,
out for them.
Yeah,
Well,
they are
no,
looking out
it
for
just
them.
said, though, whatever you just saw, it just said, though, or 4 years removed from high school.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
So,
Graduate 2 years early.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah.
That's for the fan
Wow.
to decide.
That's for yeah. Best record-breaking performance. 49ers Christian McCaffrey scores a touchdown for a record-breaking 17 straight games. Caitlin Clark becomes NCAA's all-time scoring leader, breaking Pete Maravich's record, Pistol Pete. Tara Vanderveer, Stanford's women's basketball, gets 1,203rd win to pass Coach K for most by any coach in NCAA basketball history. And Max Verstappen wins record 10th consecutive race with victory at Italian Grand Prize.
It's Caitlin Clark's.
Yeah.
What
Grand
did I say?
Prix. You say
Prix.
Grand Prize.
Oh,
Grand Prize. there
Grand
you
Prix.
go.
okay.
I would say it's probably not Tara Vanderveer, the coach of Stanford women's basketball, because women's basketball, college basketball is so lopsided. Like
Yeah.
the number ones, it's always like a number one seed that's winning the tournament every year. So like, I feel like, I don't know, mostly with college sports, I feel like it can get pretty lopsided because all the best players in the country want to go to the best schools because that's where they're going to get the best publicity and everything. So like, she's probably been getting good players to come there almost every year, or maybe she's just been coaching there for so long. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
I'd probably go Caitlin Clark again.
I agree.
And Pistol Pete was a dog in college.
Dog.
So.
Yeah.
To have a nickname Pistol, that's crazy.
Best championship performance. Michigan's Blake Corum and Will Johnson, 2024 college football national championship MVPs. Kayla Martello, Boston College women's lacrosse. Midge Purse, New Jersey, New York, Gotham.
Football club.
Yeah, soccer.
Oh, soccer.
Yeah,
Okay. NWSL championship MVP or Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics.
Honestly, there were no good championships this year. I'm going to be honest.
I would probably say Blake Corum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was the team that game.
it was.
And then in overtime, was that in the national championship or the semifinal? The one in overtime where he hit the jump cut and won the game in overtime.
Semifinal because the final game was not close.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'd probably go with that. But that's also because I don't know the other two. And then Jaylen Brown had somewhat of a team around him. So
I'm sure Kayla Martello and Midge Purse. Is Midge Purse a...
Soccer.
Okay.
I think I saw she had like 4 goals and 4 assists through like 15 matches or something like that, which I think is pretty good for soccer.
I think.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
pretty
know.
sure.
We don't know soccer.
We don't know soccer.
Sorry, Kinzer.
There's too many freaking cups and tournaments.
There's a lot of leagues.
Yeah.
I don't know.
La Liga.
Tournaments.
La Liga,
Liga.
Premier League,
Premier League.
CONCACAF.
La Liga.
What?
Maybe. That's a tournament. sorry.
CONCACAF. Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Isn't there one? What's the USA soccer league? USL?
No.
what are you trying to figure out?
The United States Soccer League. What is it?
Oh.
I don't know. It's USA.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, there is. MLS.
Yes.
MLS.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. See, they're all over like
And
the
there's
world.
like VBBVA or something
I
like
have no
that.
idea.
Somewhere.
Vuvuzela probably in there somewhere.
Best comeback athlete: Simone Biles, gymnast; Paige Buchers, University of Connecticut, women's basketball; the one, the only, the great Joe Flacco of the Cleveland Browns,
Yes, baby.
or Zion Williamson, New Orleans Pelicans.
It's not even a question.
No, it's not.
This
no.
is so lopsided.
Joe
Flacco. Yeah. What he's done has been incredible. He comes back not only in excellent form, but
also with a beer in his hand.
a beer in his hand, and he plays better than he ever has before. Well, I don't know about
yeah.
that because he did win a Super Bowl, but
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Simone Biles might be a gymnast. She might be out there winning gold medals for our country at the
Yeah.
Olympics.
Yeah.
But nobody,
Can
I'm
throw
saying nobody
all of the
is
ears.
Joe Flacco.
Nobody can throw back the beers at halftime like that guy. Do we really think Simone Biles is like taking shots? She would be taking like lemon drop shots, like in between the little jump.
No,
The
not a chance.
what do they
She'd be
call 'em?
drinking lemon water.
She's got to be on that balance.
Oh, the horse?
No, like it's like a beam, the floor. Like it's not like an event. It's like a
Vault.
No,
springboard. The springboard thing.
no,
Floor.
no. You guys
not
aren't
an event.
getting it. No,
You talking
So it's just like
you guys are
daredevil
talking-
shit.
You guys are
floor routine.
no.
doing flips
These
over
are all
buses.
examples of that.
Running.
Okay.
Like there's a floor routine. There's a springboard. There's
There's
a
a game.
beam. Like what are they called? They're not.
Gymnastics. That's it. That's what it's called.
No, it's like
Events.
yeah, it's like something
That's what
like
they're
events.
called.
Is it events?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I was looking for.
It's like the springboard event.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still don't think.
That's what it is in the Olympics.
Yeah, he's right.
All right. Well, I was overthinking it then.
Yes, you were.
Okay.
Anyways, are we all across the board on Joe Flacco?
It's probably actually Simone Biles,
It
but
probably
it's got to
is,
be
yeah.
Joe.
Shouldn't be.
In all seriousness,
Yeah.
it probably is Simone Biles.
So the
Joe
best
Flacco probably doesn't want to be in there either for that at all.
He's probably not even gonna show up.
He's not. He's not even. They're not even gonna. He's not even gonna be like willing to set up a Zoom call to like.
Yeah.
No.
zoom in. He's like,
Say,
"All
I'm
right,
drunk. I'm
He
drunk
should
as
zoom
shit
in
right
with
now.
a beer in hand. Zoom
Just
call in beer.
shoot
in
me a
hand.
text if I win.
Yeah.
Best play, Jada Coleman calls game, sending Oklahoma to their 4th straight championship. That's softball. Anthony Edwards, dunk of the year. Alabama scores on 4th and 31
Absolutely ridiculous.
to beat Auburn, and
Piss
Lamar
me
Jackson caught his own pass and ran with it. So I think automatically we roll out Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, probably.
It was
Alabama 4th and 31.
No, that was-
honestly, I feel like that's just more of
Worse
god
play.
awful defense
Yes.
than better offense. Anthony Edwards dunk of the year and Jada Coleman.
I think Anthony Edwards.
I don't
that
know.
dunk
It was nasty.
disgusting.
I don't know about Jada Coleman. So.
Jada Coleman hit an Oppo home run. It was pretty impressive.
How many points is a dunk worth?
true,
2.
it's only
How
2
many points was that home run worth though? Was it a? Was it?
It was a single.
See,
Oh,
so
just
the
a
dunk,
walk-off home
the
run.
dunk wins.
Maybe if it was a grand salami, it would have
Yeah.
been better. But
I don't know. It was a walk-off to win
I guess so.
the game.
that's
the
but that
4th
happens
straight
all the time.
champions.
Anthony
it wasn't.
Edwards
It wasn't.
just
That it even have like an
yanked
impact
on
on the
someone.
game. Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, he jumped over like a 6'10" dude though.
But did it
But-
win them the game?
But it only got him 2 points.
Yeah, but hers only
Yeah,
got
but it
him
gave
one
you
point.
momentum.
Yeah, but he
would have
didn't.
won the game.
He didn't even go to the final though. So
Yeah, he almost did.
I gotta go with Jada Coleman here.
Yeah.
Anthony.
I think so too.
Give me
Yeah.
Anthony.
Best team: South Carolina Gamecocks in women's basketball, Kansas City Chiefs NFL, Michigan Wolverines NCAA football, Las Vegas Aces WNBA, UConn NCAA men's basketball, Oklahoma Sooners softball, Boston Celtics, NBA, Florida Panthers, NHL, Texas Rangers, MLB. It's obviously the Michigan Wolverines.
No. It's the Yukon Huskies.
Oh.
They smoked the shit out of
Okay.
every team in the tournament that they
did.
played.
They were dominant.
So did Michigan, to be fair.
Not the semifinal against
That's true.
Washington. I just think that the amount of dominance that. Well, I don't know what the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball team did, but
I think they were actually close, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like they were close with USC, and then they were close with
South
Iowa.
Carolina, like they should have won probably. They
But-
probably should have won the whole thing.
But the Yukon boys just absolutely
Oh, my.
clapped the cheeks of every team they played.
It wasn't even close.
That is
Yeah.
true. It
No
probably
games
is
were
them,
close.
yeah.
When it came to dominance,
Yeah,
it's just
it's not-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's them.
yeah.
Best college athlete, men's sports. Jane Daniels, LSU football. Zach Edey, Purdue, men's basketball. Sorry to this Clemson soccer player. Your name.
Hey, wait. Let's see.
Ousmane.
Usman?
I was going to say Usmain Silla.
That sounds pretty right.
All right.
Yeah.
And then
Usmain
Cody,
Silla. Senegal.
you can say the lacrosse name.
Pat Kavanaugh?
Yeah, you actually know the guy.
Yeah, he's
so.
a dog.
Well, out of the people I know, I'd go Jane Daniels. But
Well, it's certainly not Zach Edey.
It's probably going to be Jaden Daniels, but I think Pat Kavanaugh. I mean, I know lacrosse isn't as popular, but they've now won back-to-back championships at Notre Dame, and he is dominant, breaking records and all that. And I think he should have a fair shake, but it'll probably be Jaden Daniels just because football.
yeah.
As long as it's
Popularity.
not
Stage.
Zach Edey, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yep. Best college athlete, women's sports. Haley Bryan, LSU gymnastics once again. Caitlin Clark, Iowa basketball. Sarah Franklin, Wisconsin volleyball. Was Wisconsin volleyball the team?
They were the ones that
yeah.
were naked, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Izzy Skane of Northwestern lacrosse. So I'm going Sarah Franklin from Wisconsin here.
I've definitely seen your tits before.
No, I'm actually obviously going
It has to be
Caitlin Clark
Caitlin
once
Clark.
again.
You're
Yeah.
keeping it hairy, but
Yeah.
she's good.
And she also has a video of her naked.
She is a one-time.
She don't keep it hairy.
What?
What?
Yeah, her. I thought we talked about this already.
The shower?
Yeah.
I thought that was the video that showed she kept it hairy.
No.
Wait, was this on purpose to like prove Antonio Brown wrong?
No, it was her roommate or teammate.
Okay.
Just came in just whoosh, while she was
I thought
taking a shower.
I thought Antonio Brown saw that video and said she kept it hairy.
No, he just
No,
said she
no,
looked
he
like
said,
she.
I'll retract my statement.
Oh, okay.
He said she looked like she keeping it hairy.
Oh.
She looked like
Well, anyways, I'm going Caitlin Clark there,
Yep.
obviously.
Yep. Have to.
She's also a one-time Cracker of the Week winner, so that also gives her a leg up.
Got a lot of trophies on her
Yeah,
trophy case.
sure does. Best NFL player, Myles Garrett of the Browns, Lamar Jackson of the Ravens, Patty Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs, and CMC 49ers. I think we're all going to say CMC here, so it's worth saving the discussion.
Is this only for this year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
maybe,
2020.
maybe McCaffrey.
Definitely
Yeah.
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best MLB player, Ronald Acuna, Atlanta Braves, Garrett Cole, New York Yankees, Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers, and Corey Seager, the Texas Rangers. So Corey Seager did get a batting title. Garrett Cole, I think, is injured right now, and Ronald Acuna hasn't done anything this year, so
Shit.
it's got to be Ohtani. As
Yeah.
long as they're talking about this 2024, not
Yeah.
like the last. Okay. Best NHL player, Cody, this is all you. Nikita Kucherov, Tampa Bay Lightning, Nathan McKinnon, Colorado Avalanche, Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers.
I'm going to say probably McDavid because he almost made it to the Cup, but I think Kucherov was incredible. He was an incredible defenseman this year. He was just lights out.
I think I saw Kucherov had the most points, maybe, or maybe it was someone else.
No, he did.
He did?
Yeah.
Come on,
Okay.
you told us that last time.
No, sorry. Oh, wait, no, he did. Yeah, because it was most assists and he had most points. Yeah,
Okay.
if you would have listened to the podcast last week,
Yeah.
he had
I would.
100 assists
Okay.
Man.
and 44 goals.
Yeah, okay. I knew he had 144, and then
Yeah.
I know that Connor McDavid, I think, was 141, and then Nathan McKinnon was Nathan McKinnon was 141.
Yeah,
Connor
Nathan
McDavid
McKinnon
was
was
140, I think. So.
Is it disrespectful that Bobrovsky isn't on here, or is he more of just like he picked it up in the playoffs kind of guy?
Goalies don't play every single game. That's a very normal thing.
What?
It's like pitchers.
Yeah, more or less. They normally go through switch between two goalies most of the time.
What?
It's,
I never knew
it's
this.
It's taxing on your body.
I was
Well-
just thinking it was because they're on defense, so like they don't get any love. So it'd be like Micah Parsons getting nominated instead of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I just think that.
It's the
I really think
defense.
Defense,
I
clear.
really think it's because of that, though.
All right.
Well, Kucherov at least has Cooch in his name, so that's
Kucherov.
worth something.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all incredible, but I think it's got to be Connor McDavid.
Okay. Best NBA player, Luka Doncic of the Mavs, SGA of OKC Thunder, Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, or Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics. Cletus, Doncic, or
Yep, Luca.
Okay,
It's
It's not Jokic.
Jokic
It's
won
Luka.
MVP, but
He shouldn't have.
Doncic actually did something in the postseason.
I
So
love all the
And Luca had way better stats. He should have won MVP.
okay,
I love all the memes about Nikola Jokic about how like he doesn't care.
That's awesome.
He doesn't.
He's like,
Yeah.
I just want to go ride horse.
The dude's awesome.
Can you imagine
Love that
like
guy.
seeing a video of him riding a horse? That horse got to be gigantic.
No, he rides.
He rides a wagon.
Yeah, he rides the
Cart.
wagons.
Yeah, there's like a cart behind the horse.
speaking of big fellas riding horses,
And Oliver.
Look up the picture. Ed Oliver on that one.
Yeah. And Oliver.
he's
Please,
got
I
one
gotta-
thick, sturdy neck on him.
Yeah, he's all neck. Clean. I'll put the video on our video, but it was impressive. This guy riding a horse, he's just
Smooth.
Head is
Yeah.
smooth. Head does not bounce at all. I
Incredible.
don't know how he
I
does.
love smooth head. He
He's-
is great at
He's
it.
like,
Great, yeah.
and he's 290
No
pounds.
teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so smooth.
Incredible, but it was a beautiful video because he came around rounding the corner and he's like
Oh,
running
my.
beside a lake or something.
It looks like it's out of a movie,
Majestic, yeah.
It's like,
like,
oh, here,
like a medieval movie.
oh, here, it's so good.
Best driver: Ryan Blaney, NASCAR; Matt Hagan, NHRA; Alex Palou, I'm guessing IndyCar; and Max Verstappen, F1. I'm going Ryan Blaney just because he's a local guy, but it's actually probably Max Verstappen.
It's Max Verstappen.
You think it is?
It's Max Verstappen.
Yeah,
Verstappen.
he was.
I mean, oh god, I don't want it to be Verstappen because F1 stinks.
But is he good at it?
Unfortunately, but the thing with F1 is there's so much involved in F1 of like the team getting the car ready and the engineering.
Oh, there's a shit ton of engineering in
Of
it.
course, you have to be a good driver, but I feel like F1 more than NASCAR or even IndyCar, and of course NHRA also. But I feel like it's way more important in F1 to have a good team to set the car up for you.
It's the most difficult driving sport though. Like not even close.
Right.
Well,
But you ain't
for
passing or
F1?
rubbing.
F1's the hard.
more than
most
like
difficult.
Supercross and motocross.
Yeah.
More than IndyCar? You guys were just
I
saying
don't
before
think-
we
I
got
think
on the air
IndyCar.
that IndyCar is like more turns, like other than left
I think
turns.
IndyCar would be.
That's what
I
would
think it's Supercross or motocross.
Well, yeah, that too.
IndyCar's like NASCAR.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
F1 is
Is
an
all the
actual
turns.
track, like a shit ton of turns. Like,
Oh,
there's like
I
26 turns.
swear you guys told me that backwards.
They just don't. They don't pass.
But
They
then
don't
you also
rub, they
have to
don't race.
you also have to be within like half a second of the guy in front of you in order to get your ERS, which is like an added boost to your car, which is built into all of them. Yeah, it's like
Mario Kart?
No, it's like they're all hybrids, but you can
Okay.
only activate your ERS in ERS
What?
zones. But you have to be within half a second of the guy in front of you in order to activate your ERS.
Yeah, there's been a whole bunch of issues.
like
with people
Mario
getting in trouble
Kart.
for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I want Ryan Blaney too because he's a
I
local
can't believe
guy and he's a
on
driver.
Did he really have that good of a year?
Blaney?
From like,
He won the Cup last year.
did he?
2023 won the
I
Cup.
really did not pay attention to NASCAR.
I think he did.
What?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Huh?
Because it was Logano 22, Blaney 23, and then right now,
Blaney's down in around 10.
yeah, I couldn't tell you who's in the lead right now.
I'm just rooting for Kyle Busch.
It's
Larson.
Larson right now.
Oh, is it?
Larson and Denny Hamlin are.
I thought it was Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott, I think, second.
Yep, you're right. Chase Elliott and then
Chase
Denny
Elliott.
Hamlin is up there.
So
They're
it
all flip flopping.
probably does have to be Verstappen,
Yeah, just because
even though there's no,
but
even though there's no rub and tug.
I'm gonna say that NHRA is definitely the least driver skill.
You gotta have reaction time.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's like all like the tune and everything. It's like a lot of engineering too. Like they can like based on the track, they have to like back off the boost or like put on the
Tire
and, like,
pressures
yeah,
and
change the tune.
suspensions,
Yeah, they just
yeah.
pretty much have to go. The people that are like behind the scenes actually have to like
There you go.
tinker with every little thing to like try to maximize traction
That-
so they don't break loose.
That's F1 as well because they have hard, medium.
Yeah,
and
but
soft
F1 you at
tires.
least have to go.
No, they go.
Yeah, it's better
Speaking
than
of
just
NHRA,
wah. Actually, they don't even shift, right?
in what?
NHRA. I think it's all automatic.
It depends on the class. But no, there's no clutch. It would either be just a 1-2.
Yeah, I think they just.
It's a 1.
I think it's automatic,
The
right?
only one with
Yeah.
a clutch is rally racing and
I mean, like they don't
NASCAR.
even have to. What?
Only ones with clutch is rally racing and NASCAR, and maybe not even Indy.
I don't know what funny cars or jet fuel cars have or anything like that, but I know that some of those middle class cars are at least a 1-2 manual shift, but that's like no clutch or anything.
Oh, yeah, they're slam back.
Yeah, just
Slap
first
shifters.
to
Slap shifters, yeah.
high gear. But speaking of NHRA, while we're on that, just prayers up to John Force. Get well soon, buddy.
Oh, was he in
None
a
of you
wreck?
guys seen that? Oh yeah,
Bad.
yeah.
What is he, like 70 now?
He's up there.
Dang.
He's a legend.
He is.
But
You know who
Yeah.
else is a legend? Scott Sterling.
He does some incredible things with his face.
Yep.
Best UFC fighter. Cleus, do you know how to pronounce that fella's name?
Islam Makhachev.
Okay.
Sean O'Malley.
Okay.
Alex Pereira. And Zhang Weili.
So who is it? The only name I really know on here is
It's
Sean
Alex.
O'Malley and
Sugar
Alex
Sean
Pereira.
O'Malley.
It's Alex Pereira.
All right.
Sugar Sean did win a belt, but Alex
Yeah.
Pereira won too.
Okay, well.
The double champ does whatever he wants.
Now, I don't know any of these next guys for the best boxer. Cletus?
Terrence Crawford, I've heard of him.
Siniesta Estrada? You know him?
No, never heard of him.
Naya Inyeu.
No.
Inui.
And Alexander Usyk. Usyk. That's probably what it is.
I've heard of Usyk and Terrence Crawford, but the only one I've really heard of is Terrence Crawford.
All right. Best golfer, Nelly Korda, Xander Schauffele, Scotty Scheffler, and Leela Vu.
Scotty Scheffler.
Nelly Korda's also having a great season, but it's probably Scotty. So just so we can look back on it after, when do they vote on these? July 11th. Or announce them, I mean. So just to run through them real quick so we can see how accurate we were. For the best athlete in men's sports, we're going Scotty. Best athlete in women's sports, we're going Caitlin Clark. Best breakthrough athlete, we're going CJ Stroud. Record-breaking performance, Caitlin Clark. Best championship performance, I think
Corum.
Blake Corum.
Yeah.
Best comeback athlete, probably realistically Simone. But come on, Joe.
Joe.
Best play, Jada Coleman. Best team, UConn men's basketball. Best athlete in men's sports, college athlete. Probably, do we want to go Jaden Daniels or Pat Kavanaugh?
Kavanaugh.
Yeah, Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh.
So Kavanaugh. Switch it up.
Best college athlete, women's sports, Caitlin Clark. Once again, best NFL player, CMC. Best MLB player, Otani. Best NHL player, Nikita Did you say
I'd say
Kucherov or
Connor
McDavid? Okay.
I feel like it has to be.
Connor
Yeah.
McDavid. Best NBA player, Doncic. Driver, Verstappen.
Verstappen.
UFC fighter, Pereira. Boxer,
We don't know.
Usyk, I guess.
No, Crawford.
Crawford.
Yeah,
I guess.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
And then golfer, once again, Scotty Scheffler. Now we can finally head on to AFC South draft grades, starting with the Houston Texans.
Cody, did you want to? You're a big Kamari Lassiter guy. He's a my guy for you. Did you want to
That's
pull up
what
your
I was
notes on him?
pulling
Yeah,
up,
yeah. Yeah, you can talk about Kamari Lassiter because you had him. He was a my guy for you. He was your cornerback 6. I actually had him at 5, but I know that you liked him a lot. So
So you actually have him higher than he does.
yeah, he's corner 5.
Yeah. No, let's see, when do they take him? Round 2, number 42 overall. No, I think that's good for you. I think he'll fit the theme and just like the coach style, the way that he plays, and just the whole vibe of that team. He plays aggressive and fast, and he's just very all over the place. And he sees his target and he goes for it. He's not really one, in my opinion, to like sit back and read too much. He plays with aggression and physicality.
Yes.
And he's very, very aggressive. But yeah, he was my guy for me just because of his play style. I think he'll fit well with D'Amico Ryans and his theme.
Yeah, he'll immediately be battling with former top 10 picks C.J. Henderson and Jeff Okudah for the starting outside corner job opposite Derek Stingley Jr. He's also the guy who is known for whenever he gets a tackle for loss, he smacks his helmet so hard.
So good. Yeah. So good.
But yeah, I agree with you. He's a missile.
Yeah.
As far as for their second round pick, Notre Dame offensive tackle Blake Fisher. So the Texans offensive line greatly exceeded expectations last season with no guarantees that their good play is going to carry on into the 2024 season. But that Shanahan style system does kind of protect poor offensive linemen by keeping defenses guessing between run or pass and getting the ball out quickly. But who knows? But therefore, I think it was smart to bring in Blake Fisher as an insurance policy. So Fisher is athletic and has all the tools to turn into a good offensive tackle, and he'll definitely benefit from learning behind Laramie Tunsil to begin his NFL career, who one of the best tackles in the league. Kalen Bullock, their third-round pick, he's listed as like a defensive back, only because he played mostly safety at at USC, but he's very skinny. He's 6'2", 188. He's got some big questions surrounding his wrap-up and tackling ability, especially against stronger NFL players. In his tape, I could easily tell that he lacks strength, and he could get bullied by NFL ball carriers. He'd best be used as a deep free safety where he can use his length and ball skills to make plays on the ball in the air, but don't ask him to make tackles because he's basically like a corner in that area.
I just see that Aaron Rodgers missed mandatory mini camp for pre-planned visit to Egypt in June, which I think we previously covered that.
Interesting.
Their 4th-round pick was Ohio State tight end Cade Stover. He's my tight end 4, Keen's tight end 8. Pretty good yard after the catch, speed, good hands. He's a great value Brock Bowers with this draft, and he does everything just not nearly as well. He is behind Dalton Schultz, who just got a big contract from the Texans, and also Brevin Jordan, who's a proven playmaker. So I don't really understand this pick. My NFL comp for him is Zach Ertz. I don't see there's no clear path for playing time for him.
He's kind of like he's good at kind of all things. You can trust him as a blocker too, but he's not going to be anything special in the receiving game, like you said. And yeah, they did just pay Dalton Schultz, and I feel like they don't believe in Brevin Jordan.
Unfortunately, maybe they wanted a tight end that could block more, like you said. So.
Yeah. So Jamal Hill, their 6th-round pick, a linebacker out of Oregon. So he began his career as a defensive back, mostly playing slot corner. And his tape reflects that as he's much more of a coverage linebacker than run stopper. His strength is lacking, but I bet D'Amico Ryans saw some kind of versatility in his linebacker safety tweener play style.
Their 6th-round pick, their second one, was Louisville running back Jahar Jordan. He's a small and older running back who has some speed, but that's about it. He's just a one-speed runner. So
really is, yeah, that's really it. So their 7th-round pick, first 7th-round pick is USC defensive end Solomon Byrd. So his film was actually a fun watch. He's a very smooth mover in pursuit. He plays very active. He's got very angry hands, not strong hands, just like really frustrated hands, like a toddler who wants to punch everything.
He punches, but he doesn't hurt.
It's really funny watching his tape because there are many defensive tackles and edges who use strong swats and swim moves to move offensive linemen's arms and move their bodies out of the way to get to the quarterback. But there's multiple plays where Solomon Byrd, he just straight up punched the offensive tackle to gain separation to get around him. I don't know how it worked, but he just literally just punched right in the chest. But I'm intrigued by this guy's motor. Anybody who's got a physicality like that, just straight up punching people, I like it. Auburn defensive tackle Marcus Harris is probably not going to play. He's buried in the depth chart. Same with Michigan offensive guard Ladarius Henderson. But one UDFA that I wanted to touch on was Virginia Tech defensive end Feldarius Payne. For one thing, awesome name, Feldarius.
Yeah. Feldarius.
But he's
what happened to Darius?
He fell.
Feldarius.
But he's small for a defensive tackle. He's under 290 pounds, but he is so incredibly quick and smooth off the line of scrimmage and in pursuit. Some very impressive movement skills, but as expected, very lacking in the strength category. Payne would likely be limited to a 3-tech or 5-tech pass rushing role where he could use his slipperiness to get to the QB in a hurry. There were so many plays watching his film where he's just got some whoop block sheds, like you're just watching him and
Olay.
he's like Olay, slips by him super fast, but whoop, and he's gone. But
C+. They didn't really set the world on fire, but they covered some needs that D'Amico Ryans probably wanted filled. So
I gave him a middle of the road B. Like I said, I like that. I like the defensive lineman that they added at the end of the draft and in UDFA's, the Solomon Byrd and Feldarius Payne, because I feel like they're unique players. But I don't think Kalen. I'm scared about Kalen Bullock in the NFL and his lack of strength. And Blake Fisher, I think was good insurance pickup. And yeah, Kamari Lassiter is my cornerback 5, and I think he should be pretty darn good against or across from Derek Stingley Jr.
Yeah, I agree. I'm at a C just because I like Lassiter a lot, like I said, and those other spots that they drafted, like you just said, they'll fill some good spots. I trust D'Amico Ryans to know what he wants and how he wants to play the guys and the type of guy that he likes. But didn't set the world on fire with anything.
Yep.
So I'm right in the middle of the C.
Cleat.
I'm saying C-.
C-.
I think next year Lassiter's going to be the only one that starts.
It's very possible.
The Indianapolis Colts got their draft started out in the first round with UCLA edge Laiatu Latu. He's a Draft Brothers consensus edge 2 and my edge 1. He's a my guy for me, and I think he was for Cody as well. He's very large and plenty of athleticism for his size at 6'5", 259. Plethora of moves to get in the backfield with a great counter as well. He's loved for his handwork mostly at the line, but what I love him for is his play recognition and IQ. He just seems to be everywhere on the field. He had a neck injury at Washington that medically retired him until he transferred to UCLA, and then those doctors then cleared him. But it really hasn't given him any issues since then, so that should be in his past, hopefully. And my guess is he's going to be in some kind of rotation with Kwity Paye and Samson Ebukam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Got anything to add on?
No, I
One
think-
more thing, actually.
Yeah, go
Sorry.
for it.
Yeah.
So my NFL comp for him, as I always give, is I've seen people compare him to T.J. Watt and Max Crosby, but I personally hate that because my NFL comp is Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins, and that is because both of them rarely use a three-point stance. They're upright and they just use their speed to burst around the edge and then hand moves to get inside with the counter.
I like that a lot.
So
Yeah, I think that
because
makes a lot of
TJ and
sense.
Max Crosby are always in the three-point. And,
It's very wide.
Leatu Latu is like never in the three-point. You rarely see him in
right.
three-point, which is also part of the reason which I believe his play recognition and IQ and everywhere ability seems so good for me, because if he sees it to run to the opposite side, he's not in the three-point, so he can back off and wrap around. You know what I'm
Eyes
saying?
are always up.
Yeah, along with everything you said, I like that you said the everywhere ability, because I think he's got more than T.J. Watt and Max Crosby. I mean, they might not be asked to do it, but I think he's got more skill to be able to drop into a coverage or something like that. So
like
if
a
they wanna-
like a Micah Parsons type where he's
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, more or less. Yeah, so I agree with everything you said, though.
Yep.
He's very menacing. Like there aren't too many big edge rushers anymore in the NFL, but Leatu Latu at 6'5", what was it, 260?
Yeah, he's a
250.
hoss.
258, yeah, like
He's
he's
a
a
hoss.
big guy that we just kind of don't really see too much coming off
Yeah.
the edge anymore.
He carries that weight well, though. Probably because
Does.
he's 6'5". He looks thin, but
Yeah.
their second-round pick was Texas wide receiver Adonai Mitchell, who fell in the draft so he was drafted at 52 overall, and his NFL consensus mock draft database ranking was 28. So he fell 24 spots. Yeah, pretty much. So he was the Draft Brothers consensus wide receiver 6 of the class. He was as high as wide receiver 3 and a my guy for Cody, and Kean had him as low as wide receiver 9.
Oops.
One of the youngest wide receivers in the draft class, crafty route running, wide catch radius, and he was in a crowded Texas receiving room. Kean and I don't really like him because he has slow game speed, a little undersized, and that's just a bad combination.
It almost looks like he wasn't trying.
Yeah, but he'll slide in opposite of Michael Pittman Jr. right away, and he's been getting insane hype out of camp, probably the most out of any prospect in this draft class. My NFL comp for him is a less explosive George Pickens.
Yeah.
Cody, anything to add? Talk him up. He's your guy.
I think he's pretty good in his route running, so he'll be a great 2 alongside Michael Pittman. I think his play speed looks pretty quicker than you guys think. I think he just might look like he's not trying because he's smooth. I think he runs his routes pretty smooth and crisp.
You know what they say?
Fast is smooth and smooth is fast.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Who said? Where did that come from?
I was going to say smooth is fast. I don't know. That's what they say.
Where does that come? It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Racing.
I know it from racing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I know.
Okay.
From
Yeah, that's
too.
what it's from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I think. I think he looks pretty fast on the field, pretty fast play, good hands. He's electric to watch. I mean, you can't deny his plays that he made in college. Now, will that transfer to the NFL? Hopefully, we'll see. But I don't think it's a bad pick for them. They kind of been Colts have kind of been needing that surefire 2 behind Michael Pittman because he's obviously a dog.
And
Alec
now they
Pierce
have
has not done
a
it.
solid top 3 with Pittman, Adonai Mitchell, and Josh Downs. I really like Josh Downs.
Yeah, I do too.
He's actually my favorite in that receiving room.
What about
Yeah.
Alec Pierce?
He's out the door.
Yeah,
now.
he's way too white to be like.
He's big though.
And his
Yeah.
name is Alec.
Yeah, come on
Can't
now.
trust those guys.
Yeah.
ALEC.
Yeah,
Yeah, Alec Pierce is now reverted to the bench.
yeah.
It's good to talk draft with you guys again.
Yeah.
I miss this. As far
it
as for the rest of their picks, third-round pick was Matt Goncalves. He's an offensive tackle who is, unlike many drafted offensive tackles who we talk about as being good athletes, just needing to hone their offensive tackle skills. Goncalves is basically the opposite of that. He's not a good athlete at all, but his technique and strategies are kind of what have helped him succeed up to this point. Wisconsin center Tanner Bortolini was their 4th-round pick. Short-armed interior, Italian. Short-armed interior O lineman with arms of just 31.5 inches who put up a good showing at the combine, but fluid mover, just lacks strength. Hand placement is good to help him gain some leverage. Oregon State wide receiver Anthony Gold as one of their first fifth-round pick. Very small slot receiver at 5'8", 174. His size limits him from doing much at the catch point or after the catch. But if he's given space, he does have some good straight line top speed gear that can help him pull away from some DBs. Their second fifth-round pick was Missouri linebacker Jalen Carleys. So Carleys was a safety at Missouri, but a big one at 6'3", 227 with 34.25-inch arms. And he ran a 4.5 flat 40-yard dash at that size. At the combine. But whenever I watched his movement skills on tape, it was not impressive at all. He was not that fast. Definitely a better track guy than a football player. But I will say that he looked stronger than some of the linebackers in this class whenever it came to stopping a ball carrier head on in his tracks. Like he honestly looked stronger than like guys like Peyton Wilson. Yeah. Their third fifth-round pick was Auburn defensive back Jalen Simpson. So there are many draft analysts projected Simpson as a safety coming into the NFL, but because that's where he played at his best at Auburn as a free safety. But the Colts have decided to try him out at corner, and I can see why the Colts are doing this. Whenever it comes to breaking on the ball in the air and using his 32 3/8-inch arms to break up catches, Simpson was very effective in this film. I don't want to say like one of the best in the class because that's high praise, but he looked really good doing it, breaking on the ball.
And we know how arm length translates.
Arm length.
Those are some long arms.
Long arms, 32 3/8. Marshall corner, Micah Abraham was their sixth-round pick. So Abraham always played outside at Marshall, but at just 5'9", he's going to be a slot corner in the NFL. And while I fear he lacks some top-end speed, he does pack a punch. He holds his own in run support and strength at the catch point. While he doesn't have the athletic traits, he throws his whole body into other players to be disruptive. Jonah Lealu from Oklahoma, their defensive tackle, their seventh-round pick, is probably not going to play. He's buried on the depth chart, but we'll get into some notable UDFAs.
Their first UDFA is BYU quarterback Keaton Slovis, and I couldn't remember exactly what it looked like, so I went back in my notes and I looked, and I was very clear with what I felt about him. I have him as ugly mechanics, stereotypical white quarterback. So he might have a chance to beat Sam Ehlinger, but I would bet against it personally.
Yeah.
So another UDFA that's notable that they have is Kansas quarterback / they might be switching him to wide receiver now. He's listed as a wide receiver on their depth chart.
Yeah.
Jason Bean. So Bean was a quarterback who never threw more than 199 pass attempts in a single season. But whenever he was called upon, he always provided a spark. He's a dual-threat quarterback whose accuracy has been inconsistent, but he's ballsy and decisive as a runner. So he played a total of 11 snaps lined up as a receiver in his college career, and had one career reception. So who knows how this is going to go? But he's a good athlete. So they're just trying the old quarterback to slot receiver thing.
You know, I'm really thinking B flat, just B. And Leatu Latu is carrying almost all that grade. So
yeah, I wasn't impressed by really any of these guys outside of Latu. So I'm gonna drop it down to a C+. Nah, give me a straight up C, because a lot of the other guys, I'm like looking at them like as draft picks. I'm just going, yeah, I guess he can be put out there on the field. I don't know how effective he's going to be, but
yeah, I just really love Leatu Latu. I think he's a future superstar and face of the league. So, well, not face of the league because he's on defense, but face of defensive players.
Right.
I think B as well, just because I love Latu, and I like Adonai Mitchell a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I think looking at the Colts depth chart, they can definitely use AD Mitchell, but they probably could have taken someone else there. Like a corner, like some stud standout corner or something like that.
Their cornerback room, I was looking at that today.
There's
so
like,
they just drafted two more guys. They have, I think they have 9 or 10 corners in their room right now.
Yeah.
7 of them are either first or second year players.
Yeah.
Insane.
And they're a whole bunch of who's.
Yeah. Like Dallas
so
Flowers.
Kind of
yeah. The only one you really know is Kenny Moore.
Yeah, Kenny Moore.
Yeah.
That's about it. But that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of along the same lines as you. It's like, yeah, okay, could be good, could be all right. I just love Leatu, so I'm going to B for the Colts.
You got anything?
I'm going to give him a B as well, just because I think that Adonai Mitchell is a good signing just because they just signed Michael Pittman to a franchise tag. So if they want him to stay there, they want to draw the attention off of him so that he can get more receptions and more yards, and maybe he will actually want to stay there. So I like that signing just for that reason.
It's a good point.
Mm-hmm. It does make sense.
Moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is a team that I really like. Their first-round pick went to LSU wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. He was our consensus wide receiver 5 among the draft brothers. He's a my guy and a half ain't my guy. He played opposite Malik Neighbors, mainly uses a vertical threat, which he excels at. Good yards after the catch and excellent movement for his 6'3", 209-pound frame. And he ran a 4.33 at the combine to back that up. He wasn't really asked to do much route running in college or underneath work, so that's kind of an unknown. And he slides in as a starting receiver opposite of Gabe Davis, which I hate because my NFL comp is Gabe Davis, so why get two wide receivers that are pretty much the exact same to have on both sides? It's like you have a mirror right down the center line.
If you got two, you don't have one. If you've got two, you don't have one. Just like they say, if you don't have two quarterbacks, you don't have one.
I'd call it 1.5.
If you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one.
Okay, that
So
makes
if you have two, the same wide receiver,
Yeah.
you don't have one.
yeah.
I'll call it 1.5 because
Yeah.
you get double chances
You're right.
Yeah.
with the same thing.
Yeah,
I mean-
so the quarterback, like you said about Amir, same thing on each side of the field.
Yeah,
So he knows
yeah.
what he's throwing to.
You know, if we're looking at this on the bright side, they pretty much have clone copies on both sides of the field, so that way he can't lock onto a target because either
Exactly.
and,
Same target.
And on top of that, normally teams have like a more physical corner, right?
Yeah.
And they have a smaller corner that's like faster, right?
Yeah.
So they can do the matchups there. So like one person's gonna cover AJ Brown, and the other one's gonna cover Devontae Smith. When you have two guys that are 6'3", 6'4", and run 4.33s, then what are you gonna do? One of them's gonna be outmatched.
Yep.
I just talked
That's
myself
probably their
into
hope.
not hating it, just not liking it.
And then if you send them both deep, it's going to take, if they have two deep safeties, it's going to keep them both backs, and then it opens up more stuff down below for Christian Kirk and Evan
Hell
Ingram.
yeah.
And Travis Etienne, if
Yeah.
they're not there,
Yeah,
then
like that.
he down both one of them down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're probably both
Okay.
down there somewhere because they're like twins. They can't go on without the other one.
Cody, you got anything to add on Brian Thomas Jr.?
No, I wasn't huge on him, but I one point that I remember about him is what kind of made me nervous is because he was a standout, looked good, but he was also the 2 on his team. Mm-hmm. So which maybe that'll work in the NFL. He's probably going to be the 2 on this team until he takes over.
Christian
Damn
Kirk,
straight he's
baby.
going to be.
Yeah, Christian Kirk number 1.
Christian Kirk's going to like sock him in the mouth as soon as he walks in the locker room. This is my house.
No, Christian Kirk's too nice.
Honestly, Christian Kirk is the one here
Yeah.
because Trevor Lawrence already has a
Rapport.
with him. So yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to their second round pick, Mason Smith. Mason with 2 A's. I don't know why, but it is.
Mason.
Mason.
Yeah.
But dude is built like an upside down triangle at 6'5", 306. He's got 35-inch arms. Very big
boy.
dude. Uses his length well by batting down passes at the line of scrimmage, which I would hope with arms that long. Also got a large tackle radius, which I would hope. If he's got arms that long. But he just has very minimal pass rush moves at this point in his career. But he's got potential with that frame. Florida State defensive back Jerry Jones was their third round pick. So a lot of slot corners are smaller, quicker guys at like 5'9" or so. Jerry Jones is a slot corner as well, but he's bigger at like 6 foot, 190 pounds, and he plays bigger as well. It's like how a lot of slot wide receivers are smaller, quicker players, and then there's Juju, who's bigger and stronger. So Jerry Jones, for one of my comps, Jerry Jones is Juju but on defense. Yeah, so he'll probably start making TikToks here in a few years.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he dances on their logo.
Corvette. Missouri offensive tackle Javon Foster was their first fourth-round pick. So he's another offensive tackle who is not athletic, and it shows with his poor footwork. He relies on his length a lot to save him. He needs to hit the ladder agility drills pretty badly. Get that guy on the beach and stepping in tires. Who is that? Who does that every year? There's always some running back who does that.
It always seems like
I think Ezekiel.
probably.
I was gonna say it always seems like James Harrison's doing stuff on the beach. So.
Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, like that. The beach
Medicine
volleyball.
ball,
with,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So then in the fourth round, their second pick in the fourth round, the Jaguars selected their second LSU defensive tackle, Jordan Jefferson. They probably thought he was Justin Jefferson.
They just love LSU.
Yeah, they really do. But he's the second defensive tackle who they drafted, as I said. But Jordan Jefferson is much more of a heavy-set nose tackle who's a run stopper. He's not a flashy playmaker. He'll just do his job and not let the running back down the middle. Mississippi corner, Ole Miss, I guess. DeAndre Prince was their first fifth-round pick. So Prince feels like a corner who's very choppy on the stop-and-go cuts. His acceleration is a little lacking, and he can get a step put on him if a wide receiver makes a sharp cut on him. So he's not the fastest.
Their second fifth-round pick was Texas running back Keelan Robinson. This is a insane reach, probably one of the biggest reaches of the draft. He was taken at 167, and his NFL mock draft database is running back 30, number 355 overall.
Yikes.
He was projected to go undrafted by about 100 picks.
Everybody.
Yeah, so he's undersized but quick and kind of explosive. Could be serviceable as a third down receiving back. But the team already has Travis Etienne, Dearness Johnson, Tank Bigsby.
Yeah.
And my NFL comp is he's a little Kenneth Gainwell-y.
Yeah, okay,
So
yeah. That's
for
good.
being at the watching his highlights, I do think he's better than 355 overall, but I don't think he's deserves this draft capital. So.
He would have always been playing behind Jonathan Brooks. And then in the sixth round, the Jags drafted a kicker, which is absolutely terrible, in my opinion.
Good draft.
He's not very
Never
big
be-
either.
Never be drafting a kicker.
No.
Don't be drafting a kicker. And then in the seventh round, this last pick is the ultimate Trent Baalke pick. So Texas Tech defensive end, Miles Cole. So Miles Cole is like Trayvon Walker. He's a freak athlete at the defensive end position, but Cole's college production was even worse than Trayvon Walker's, believe it or not. Trent Baalke loves the freak athletes, loves freaks, man.
Oh.
Big
Freak-a-leak.
freaky guy, who are huge projects because they're not good at football whenever he drafts them, but he thinks that he can turn them into something. So that's the ultimate Trent Baalke pick right there, who is their GM. But Joseph Cephas was one notable undrafted free agent that they have. So
Is that in relation to Quintez?
I don't think so. Quintez, that's a callback right there. Quintez Cephas.
Quintez Cephas.
But Joseph Cephas went to UTSA. He was ranked decently highly on the mock draft database board. But he's not super fast, but he was very effective at UTSA. 6'2" and a quarter, 189 pounds. He's got good stop and go ability to make some defenders miss. But he's more of just like he's going to stop and then keep going like north and south. He's not going to cut laterally. Doesn't have the strength to break tackles, but he does have some good sticky hands that make catches outside of his frame and win contested catches. But with this crowded receiver room, he's probably not going to get much time there. But so I gave them.
Hang on, let me go first, please.
Yeah.
I'm giving them a C
Okay.
because I have to pee. Thank you, everybody. I'll be here all night.
terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
Boo.
I gave them a C as well because I don't like how Trent Baalke drafts. He drafts athletes more than football players, and that is basically
Walker.
Yeah, Trayvon Walker. That's basically the opposite of how I would draft. If I was a GM, I would draft guys who look good on film and guys who have proven that they are good football players before they come into the league. But that's just personally me. Cody?
Yeah, I'm right on board with either C or C minus because it looks like they added decent depth, but I'm not a huge fan of Brian Thomas Jr. I think he could be great, but yeah, I'm right in that area.
I'm gonna give them the D.
Ooh.
I don't like much of anything that they did, to be honest. Brian Thomas Jr. He's like you said, he's not even the best from his team.
Yeah.
So
I think
I mean that at least he's used to being a 2.
Yeah,
So that might correlate a little bit.
at least he doesn't have to go in and be the one somewhere.
Yeah.
The dedicated one. So that's
Yeah,
what
it may actually help his career just starting out as a 2, not coming in having high expectations, even though he is a first round pick.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
Actually, I'm with you, Cletus. I think I'm gonna have to move it down. C is way too generous. This is definitely of the draft
This is a bad
classes.
draft.
Yeah, of the draft classes that we've gone over, this is
I
probably
was
my least
surprised.
favorite.
I was surprised when you said C.
Yeah, let me lower that to a D. This is the worst draft class that we've covered this year, in my opinion. Especially,
yeah,
I don't like how Trent Baalke
I
drafts.
convinced him.
Yeah. I gave it a D. I gave it a D, Carson.
We've
It's
definitely had a worse draft. I'm coming. We've definitely had a worse draft class this year.
Congrats.
which one?
I don't know, but I remember covering one that was terrible.
Were you the GM?
Think of who it was.
I don't know.
Only team that's coming to mind is the Steelers, and they probably had the best.
There was that team that drafted.
Tennessee Titans.
I don't.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah,
there was
that's-
one team that drafted like 2 of my ain't my guys or something.
Oh, yeah, the Patriots.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
yeah,
I forgot about
yeah,
the Patriots.
is definitely
yeah.
worse than this.
Yeah.
Patriots
Oh,
is
it's
bad.
so that's close for
I
me.
give them an F.
It's
So
close for me.
Oh. You gave him an F?
either that or D minus.
So you're a Drake May lover.
No. This team, the
Oh,
Jags.
oh,
The
okay.
Jags.
No, I gave
You also like Drake May.
I don't hate him.
Yeah.
I gave the Jags.
I'm not like a
D.
lover,
Right.
but I
Maybe
am
I
a
give
fighter.
them an F. I don't remember.
Okay, so moving on to the Titans, the last team in this division. So their first round pick was offensive tackle from Alabama, J.C. Latham at 7 overall, which was a pretty decent sized reach. The highest.
this.
Huh?
They were doing that.
They were reaching, yeah, stretching. But the highest that I saw him on the NFL mock draft database was like 15 or 17. So like I guess it's in the first round, and Joe Alt was gone, but Olu Fashanu was still on the board.
I'll give you an Isaac quote
Okay.
for this situation.
Troy Fatanu.
He was
Beauty
too.
is in the eye of the beholder.
It's true.
Very
yeah.
good.
Yeah, but Isaac wouldn't say it. He would just put it on
You're
the
right.
board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were the Tennessee Titans, undoubtedly I would have traded back
Yeah.
at least 5 picks.
Yeah. Gain some draft capital.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't need the 7 overall.
No, they really didn't. But I
probably,
mean,
if I were them, I probably would have gone back all the way to like 20, 22.
and still like
He
this
still
is
would have
a-
been there probably.
Yeah.
Could've
Yeah.
been.
Well, Troy Fatanu would have been there.
No, he went to the Steelers at 20.
Yeah. So, yeah, go to 20.
Go to 20.
There was still lots of good linemen there at the end of the first round.
There was.
Yeah.
Solid amount of linemen.
I think what happened is that Brian Callahan is the new Titans head coach. He's from the Bengals. Well, his
Yep.
dad, Bill Callahan,
O-line guru.
O-line guru,
Yeah,
like developing
mastermind.
offensive linemen, one of the best in the league right now. So he probably is like in his ear, like draft this guy, he's a beast, or I can turn him into a beast. So I don't doubt what Bill Callahan is going to do with this guy. He's probably going to make him into a beast. So.
Yeah, I don't doubt his ability either, but this is just screaming Alex Leatherwood to me. Because Alex Leatherwood got reached for by the Raiders.
I think
He was
he went
also,
like
here's
28
he was
overall.
also from Alabama.
Here's the question. So if he was drafted at, say, like 11, 12, 13,
Yeah.
what would you think of that pick?
This pick?
Latham. Yeah, Latham.
Oh, that's it. That's fine because that's
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay, well-
I would I wouldn't say they could trade back anymore because at that point,
Well,
you're just
yeah,
getting too greedy.
here's the whole thing. Yeah, they can trade back and all that, but what if no one wanted to trade up?
That's the thing. Yeah.
And they're like, well, this is the guy that's at the top of our list.
Who got taken
For all we
6?
know, they may have tried to trade
Yeah,
back.
that's what I'm saying. They may have tried, but like, well, this guy's top of our list.
Well,
Let's
team-
take him here.
Teams may have traded up in fear of other teams trading up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because there was like a race for the quarterbacks there.
So the top 6 were obviously Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison Jr., Joe Alt, Malik Neighbors. So guys who got drafted like right after J.C. Latham were Michael Penix, Romo Dunze, J.J. McCarthy. Now, like, I don't know if there were still only 2 quarterbacks off the board. 3
Yeah.
quarterbacks off the board right there. And Michael Penix went right after that. So I feel like there probably would have been callers there at number 7 for Michael Penix or J.J. McCarthy.
I think they just would have traded up out of fear that someone else was going to trade up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like even traded up for Romo Dunze, who went there at 9.
But like Cody said, if the difference between staying at 7 and trading back to 12, if you really think he's going to be a stud and he turns out to be
Yeah.
a stud,
Just
like
take him.
what overall did we take TJ Watt?
30?
30. Okay, so say TJ Watt's at 30, but he's ranked like 50. Say we trade back to 35, someone takes him at 34 and he's a stud. We're going to look back and say, damn, we should just reach for him at 30 rather than saying, damn, I'm really sure we got that extra 6th round pick, moving back 5 spots, risking it. So, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, you shut up the haters by looking correct
Yeah.
in the long run. But their second round pick was a dude who I love. He's not very loved off the field right now with scandals and stuff, but Texas defensive tackle Tavondre Sweat, just an absolute mammoth of a man. This guy is humongous. Let me get his his weights right here. So 6'4.5", 366 pounds, and they think that he might have slimmed down to get to that. So this guy's like bigger than offensive linemen. But whenever I was watching, a lot of man meat, but just impressively good quickness, speed, and lateral movement ability for his size on film. In game, this guy moves at 366 pounds, or even probably closer to 380 might have been what he was playing at, because he's got some rumors to like have weight problems, Eddie Lacy style. But if you're already fat, then I guess you can still get fatter. Yeah. But this guy, a nearly unstoppable force. He's like a charging brick wall. This guy needs to be double teamed on almost every play. Now, one thing that is a concern with him is like conditioning, because he is 366 pounds. It's got to be tough to stay in shape, I would say. But I have high hopes for T'Vondre Sweat. I know that he's sounds like a whole lot of drama off the field right now, but with the street racing, was he a street racer too? I can't remember.
I don't remember the story.
I can't remember, but I love what he did on the field, and I'm excited to see what he does on this Titans team beside Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons there.
No third-round pick for the Titans. Their fourth-round pick was North Carolina linebacker Cedric Gray. Keenan was the only one that had him ranked, and that was at linebacker 9. He has length, size, speed, athleticism, and experience, but he misses some tackles. He's not great at getting off blocks. He doesn't have the always there factor that I talked about earlier today that I would like out of a linebacker. But he could make a push for playing time or a starting spot eventually in place of Jack Gibbons.
Yeah, because Azeez Al-Shaair's gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's on the Texans now. Yeah, he's on the Texans
Sure.
now. So the fifth-round pick is another guy that I love. The Titans always really bum me out, because every time that one of my guys who gets drafted by the Titans goes there, he like turns into terrible and poop and makes me sad. But I love Jarvis Brownlee Jr. out of Louisville in the 5th round, especially. That's good value in my opinion. But Jarvis Brownlee Jr., he is not the best. He makes mistakes. He makes mistakes in coverage sometimes, but as everybody knows here, I love dudes who are just absolute menaces on defense. This guy spear tackles at full speed, uses his hands to rip out the ball.
Whoa.
This guy's always shit talking. He's in the wide receiver's face. Quickness is off the charts. Good closing speed, in my opinion. Just explosive hits too. Explosive tackles for a corner where the ball just pops out of the wide receiver's hands. Just a reckless player. If I had a comp for him that I have is the Tasmanian Devil. Yeah.
The NFL comp is a Tasmanian.
He was a
Devil.
stud back in the 70s.
Yeah, Tasmanian Devil is my comp for him. But I love Jarvis Brownlee Jr. Their 6th-round pick, Jaquan Jackson, another my guy for me. So they got 3 my guys for me right here. So Jaquan Jackson was mostly used as a deep threat out of Tulane for Michael Pratt. But he just now Tulane's in the Mid-American Conference. I want to say I think they're in the MAC. But what I saw watching his film is that he always just looked like the fastest guy on the field, the most electric guy on the field. And I know that it's a small conference, so of course like it's easier to do that. But he ran a 4.42 40-yard dash. He just elusive in my opinion. Again, he's a returner as well, so he can be used in that aspect. But over the years, the Titans have drafted my guys that I loved. I liked Treylon Burks coming out just because he had that versatility like Debo. I liked Kyle Phillips. Kyle Phillips, his first, I thought I hit another stud, because Kyle Phillips, week 1 of his rookie year, he went out, had 9 targets, 6 catches, 66 yards, was the leading receiver on that Titans team.
Yep.
And then he got injured and just was never the same, so I was really bummed about that. And then Jaquan Jackson's probably not going to get play time. So another wide receiver that I like going to the Titans to see his career not be good.
Crowded in that receiving room.
Yeah, my Tony Pollard went there to die too. So
sad. What happened? There's so many memes where it's like, man, every NFL player looks washed in a Titans uniform. There's like pictures of like Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, and
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was actually where Ryan Tannehill had his best years of his career. Early
Miami.
Arthur Smith days.
Oh,
No,
I was gonna say he wasn't terrible in Miami.
Yeah, but Miami linebacker / safety James Williams in round 7. This guy is a big boy at 6'4", 231 pounds. He's obviously not a quick or lateral mover, but he's kind of lumbering until he gets up to full speed. But then he's an absolute brick shit house who can deck some players.
Nice.
My comp for him, NFL comp, it's like watching a kid standing in the shallow water on the. Don't you love my comps? It's like watching.
Very analytical, yeah.
Yeah. It's like watching a kid standing in the shallow water on the beach, and then a mammoth wave just comes out of nowhere and flattens him.
I thought you were gonna say your comp was an F-250.
No, but James Williams is an exciting player, and I like his versatility because
Your comp is a Ford Mustang doing burnouts around crowds.
Yeah.
Just mowing people over.
it's like a rally. Those videos of rally cars,
Yes.
whenever people are standing on the other side of a hill, and then the rally car comes jumping over, and they almost hit the people.
Yeah.
So then in the 7th round pick, Michigan edge Jalen Harrell. He's probably not really going to get play time, even though that they need help at edge, but Jalen Harrell's not going to help them too much. He's not very good.
Their first UDFA, Washington running back Dylan Johnson, straight line burst, nothing else. But in the guy's defense, he did seem to be playing through a lot of injuries, if you guys remember correctly. Yeah. And then he would have to be a special teams guy to make the team, I would think, because he joins an already crowded backfield with Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears, Hassan Haskins, Julius Chestnut for whatever he's worth.
Julius Chestnut's like sneaky good in the preseason.
Yeah, and then my NFL comp for him, I didn't have one, but going off of Kian's theme, so there's a kid on the beach standing ankle deep in the water, pulls his pants down and takes a shit. That kid just dropped a Dylan Johnson.
He just dropped a Dylan Johnson.
I wasn't a fan of Dylan Johnson either, but to Dylan Johnson's credit, like you said, Dylan Johnson did play he played very injured. There were a lot of that college football playoff. He came like limping off the field, like crawling basically off the field.
I could just imagine the Tennessee Titans just standing there at the same beach. They're like, see a piece of shit go by and like, oh my God, it's Dylan Johnson. And they pick it up and take it.
I didn't think.
That's pretty much what they did.
Man, I thought I didn't like Dylan Johnson too much. And then hearing you guys talk about him. But all in all, like I said, they drafted a lot of my guys. So I got to give this one a B+, teetering almost to an A-. Just because I really don't like Cedric Gray. And J.C. Latham, maybe he was a reach, but he's probably going to work because Bill Callahan is amazing. But everybody else, not Jalen Harrell, but everybody else I feel like is like Devondre Sweat, Jarvis Brownlee Jr., Jaquan Jackson, James Williams. Love watching those guys.
C-.
Oh, you hater.
Yeah, I don't like really. Well, I like some of them. I don't love any of them. So then there's some that, like Cedric Gray, I don't really love them. I don't love J.C. Latham there. I only like him because of Bill Callahan. So, yeah, there's not really any excitement in this draft for me, so C-.
I agree. C-, pretty much the same thing. I'm not as big on Devondre Sweat as you are.
I love it.
I do like J.C. Latham a lot. Cedric Gray, I like the way Jarvis Brownlee Jr. plays. I'm still like C- though. I think they could have had a few better picks here and there, but they know more than me, obviously. But I just not a big fan of it, I guess.
I'm going B.
Yeah,
Whoa,
baby.
that's bold.
Big old B.
J.C. Latham, I actually do like him. And the earlier offensive lineman goes, the happier I am. I don't care how much of a reach it is. And Devondre Sweat, I just want to see how big he can get. If we could see like a 550-pound guy just sitting there blocking 2 lanes.
I love that. Oh, man.
Like Eddie Lacy, you could just watch his progression of him gaining like 120 pounds in the NFL. I just want to see this guy gain like 200 pounds in like a year and a half.
That's why I love watching Michael Pierce on the Ravens. He's like 6 feet even, so like pretty short, and then like 350 pounds.
So big.
He is a blast to watch.
He's funny.
I hope Devondre Sweat is fun to watch.
Me too.
Moving on to our special
Special edition, yeah.
Special
Holiday.
one
Game.
more
Occasion?
one more segment.
Segment. Good seg.
Special segment, 4th of July draft. So the members of the panel will take turns drafting their team of 4th of July favorites in a 3-round snake draft. So examples of things that can be drafted, it's like 4th of July popular picnic foods or limited edition foods or
like limited
drinks
edition,
or event. There's so or event or characters, traditions, anything that makes 4th of July is awesome as it is. So
Hell yeah,
easiest thing for the viewers would probably just be go. Just do left to right and then back, or right to left and then back.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
guys
but you
gotta-
guys gotta do rock paper scissors for the first pick here. Best of 3. Oh my gosh. Oh, one win for Cletus.
All right, let's start. All right, round 2.
One win for Cletus.
Bang!
Oh.
That's fair. I'm
Alright.
not here as much. That's fair.
The one of one, it's obvious. It's beer. How could you not take it?
All right. Well,
Okay, yeah.
I did not.
No analysis on
You
that.
don't need analysis. It's beer.
I didn't think this was gonna fall to me.
Happy birthday, America.
So I have 2 other picks that I would love here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do the Titans not GM, and I'm gonna let them fall, hoping they come back.
Okay.
Please come back to me. I'm just gonna take fireworks.
Okay.
Yeah, that
can't-
was.
You can't have 4th of July without fireworks.
Yes,
it's
you
a classic.
can. Just have beer.
No, he's
Okay.
right. No, he's right there. For the third overall pick, I gotta go with. Oh man, give me the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
It won't be as good this year, but it'll
Not
still
nearly
be.
as valued.
No, yeah.
Anymore. He's like 35. He's coming up on retirement. I mean,
Well, then it might get more competitive. So you might have someone else give him a chance.
Yeah, we'll have a brand new winner of the Nathan's hot dog eating contest this year.
The end of an era?
Yeah, it's the end of an era. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna break onto the scene,
No.
but
Could be Cletus for all
Some
we know.
stud will. Okay, so I got 2 picks here, huh?
Yeah, sure do.
Oh, I
Please-
got to take a real obvious one for me here. I got to take that barbecue food.
Oh,
that's a good
burgers
one,
and
man.
dogs.
That's a good one, yeah.
Either over the fire or on your
Veggie
nice
dogs?
barbecue grill.
Oh,
Those things out here. We don't want no veggie I ain't eating those leaf
Impossible
lettuce
burgers?
dogs, tofu dogs. We're getting that all-American beef.
yeah.
Yeah, barbecue beef.
Wagyu.
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 Yeah, Wagyu's Japanese.
That doesn't
so.
feel like America. Give me that all-American beef. All
Absolutely.
right, my second pick here. This is where it gets a little tougher. So we got the meat.
You do have the meat.
Anyway, we do got the meat. I'm almost thinking some
Just double down on the meat.
just more meat. I'm almost thinking,
Give me my boyfriend Troy.
he already took beer, so
It was the point of
and
one
like
instance.
drinks. Yeah, I gotta go with just end of the night, chilling, about to watch some fireworks. I gotta go with a nice big campfire.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Gotta have it.
That's a good one, yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
All right, I gotta. So with what number overall is this? This is sixth
That's
overall.
6 overall.
Sixth overall. I gotta go with wearing a ridiculous amount of patriotic
Yes.
clothing.
That's a good one. That is a
Flaunting
great
that
one.
we're the greatest
Yes.
country in the
Honestly,
world.
that
Yeah.
probably should have been first overall.
should've
Yeah,
been,
yeah,
yeah.
just walking around and like nobody like looks at you weird because it's like it's America's Day, so
You're right.
you can wear like fancy wigs, you can wear a mankini, like a thong up your butt that's red, white,
We're
and blue.
gonna have a pretty elite outfit of our own.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
And we'll be
Probably
slammered.
actually should have worn it for this episode.
Oh, we should have. Damn it. That's really
That
disappointing.
would have been great.
I could have worn my American flag wrestling singlet.
That would have matched perfectly with us.
Yeah. We got overalls.
Yeah, we have American flag overalls. We should have worn them.
Damn it.
All right, well, 7th overall here.
Can't bet 100% all
I
the time.
kind of feel like I'm stealing from you guys because I feel like you guys didn't take this, and I think you're gonna think it's lame, but just wait for me to explain myself. 7th overall, I'm going with friends and family.
No, that's a good pick.
Okay, so it sounds lame at first here. Okay, but let me explain myself
I honestly
here.
didn't think about it. That's
Yeah,
a good
I know,
pick.
yeah, so-
I didn't even think about
Yeah,
outfits.
think about it here.
I
So
don't have to.
the
Good pick.
top 500 or more favorite moments in my life, none of them are when I was by myself.
Yep.
So
That's
what
fair.
what are you doing on 4th of July if you're sitting there by yourself?
true,
Without good people around you, it's
You
not
got
going to be a
beer.
good time. So
I mean,
beer.
what more do you need?
Well, you know what they say: beer is best when shared.
You're right. It
No,
goes
it's
down
my
way
beer.
better.
I'm not drinking.
Oh, okay, you greedy bastard! You.
Greedy bastard.
All right, now I think this next
Solid
one's going to
pick.
get back to me too. You
Solid
go ahead,
pick.
Cleus.
It probably will. All right, pick 4 of round 2.
Pick 8.
This is going to be
Give
so
me
good.
skeet shooting.
Oh.
Really? You wanted that.
I was gonna say ballistics. Yeah, anything.
Yes,
and ballistics
ballistics.
specifically because I can't say firearms because like cannons are good too. So
Cannons
you
are
can do like
good.
cannons, shooting ARs. I mean, if you want to
Potato guns.
potato
Going
guns,
crazy.
6.5 Creedmoors, water guns. I mean, have a water gun fight,
That's a good
balloon.
time. Yeah.
I mean,
Paintball.
going out and
Ooh,
shooting
paintball.
skeet might be one of the most American things you can do.
Yeah.
Illegally drink beverages while shooting. I mean, it's just the best thing in the world. Next, Carson might say damn about this one too. Give me country music.
That's a good one too.
I don't really have
It
to
kind of
explain
goes
myself.
hand in hand.
Chris Stapleton, Toby Keith,
Oh, rest
more
in
Toby
peace.
Keith,
More rest in peace.
maybe a little Margaritaville.
You know,
Been there a time or two.
Yep.
you took all my picks, so
Screw you.
Yeah, it kind of gets tricky at the end of the day.
It's
Yeah,
tricky. Yeah,
I
you
mean-
gotta be creative. I think I got one in mind.
At first, instead
I have one.
instead of saying country music, I was just gonna straight up just say Chris Stapleton, just him.
yeah, I got one. It's not well. If I'm building a team here, actually, what I have is I have friends and family for a good time.
Yep.
I have fireworks.
Yep. Good time.
We got nothing to eat or drink here. Cody already took barbecue. Cleus took the beer and the liquor. So that means I'm going to have to revert to give me Uncle Sam.
Oh, the
character of
Uncle
God damn it! He put your name at the top of his list.
You can't have 4th of July without Uncle Sam.
Damn
He is the man.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you thought I was going food
You
there,
could go
didn't you?
Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah, you did. But then I thought about other food, and I'm like, we don't want no salad on the 4th of July. Come on. I mean, there's nothing else to eat, so just give me the Sam, and the Sam can figure it out.
Damn, that was really good. That was what I was gonna go with.
Really?
Just
Yeah.
the Uncle Sam character.
Yeah.
Man, give me the. We all have. A lot of us have these shirts. I know we just got them last year, but give me the shirts that are like it's like American presidents or people of America, but adding drunk names.
Yes.
Like, so I got a shirt that says Drunkle Sam. Carson has one that says Donald Drunk.
Sure do.
Ben
My-
Drankin.
My
Ben
fiance I think
Drankin.
has Ben Drankin.
Not even a president.
Abraham Drinkin. Those shirts are amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're good.
All right. So I guess let's wrap up the draft here, huh?
Yeah.
So I got bonfires, and I got that nice beef burgers and dogs.
Tofu.
No.
Get that Japanese out of here.
Got to think of a good one here to round this out. It is tough. I'm going to kind of go on a limb. I don't think it crosses over anything. I'm going to say, I would say like motorsports. Like along that way. Like I'm
That's
talking
a good pick
getting
there.
out. It's
Ripping
anything
around drunk
4th of
on
July races.
pit bikes and golf carts.
Maybe
and
not drunk, but maybe.
Cornfield 500,
Cornfield
maybe.
500s, anything, even driving down the road with that big old red, white, and blue flag
yeah.
flying behind your truck, Jeep, sedan if you want.
Giving a big old yeet out
a
the
big
window.
Maybe a little coal rolling, some tire smoke.
Doing
maybe.
it for Dale out there.
Always doing it for Dale.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take it. Just anything power sports related on
a
4th
good
of
pick.
July just to
Jeez.
celebrate all that we can do in this great country.
Actually, is an amazing pick. You get like truck pulls and everything.
Yes.
We have to do more drafts. This was fun.
Yeah.
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 I feel
Pretty
pretty
good.
good about it.
All right, heading on to. It's going to be a long segment today. Apparently.
Yeah, so basically the only rumors that are going on in the NFL world right now, it's all about Brandon Ayuk and his drama. They're hearing all kinds of stuff about where he's going. Is he going to stay with the 49ers? He's going on podcasts and talking about shit. And he's talking up how like he thinks he deserves to be paid like one of
He's
the top
doing the
wide
Aaron
receivers. Yeah.
You know, you can't have Ayuk without you, so.
It's true, yeah. But 49ers, Brandon Ayuk predicted the teams that he may play for once the 2024 season starts. He said, quote, if I were to take a guess, probably a Niner uniform. I mean, if not a Niner uniform, probably a Washington Commander uniform. If not a Washington Commander uniform, probably a Steelers uniform. And then he went on to say, shit, there's a quarterback, Jaden Daniels, right there. I'm thinking of what I can do with him, which is what Brandon Ayuk said on if the 49ers don't pay him.
Yeah, he did that on the Pivot.
Little
The
sus.
Pivot podcast, I think. He was
Yeah.
sitting right over there.
Who is
Yeah.
the Pivot podcast?
Is
All
that
the
Micah
things.
Parsons?
No, that's like
Edge. Yeah.
I think it's Edge.
Edging.
Good for him.
They
That's
stay
a great
edged
name.
the whole time, yeah.
Oh, I should know this.
One hella long
I should
edge.
know it too, really.
Yeah, I'm
Take it.
gonna know it once I see it.
Anyways, I saw he did show up to the 49ers practice facility wearing a Pittsburgh Pirates hat.
Oh, it's RC.
Tom Brady.
Who's RC? Ricky Carmichael?
Fred Taylor. And Channing Crowder.
Channing Crowder. Yeah, Channing Crowder, RC.
Is RC Ricky Carmichael?
I wish. No.
Oh.
No, Ryan Clark. Steelers legend. And, yeah. Whoever you
Fred
said.
Taylor.
Fred Taylor, yeah.
Oh no, I'm thinking of who's the old Bills running back? Fred.
Frank Gore.
No.
Fred Warner.
Fred Taylor. Wait.
Fred?
Johnson.
Wait, no.
What
this
team you
guy's
say,
name's
Bills?
Fred Taylor. Yeah, Bills. Fred.
Anyways,
Bills.
Dylan Johnson.
They've had lots.
Fred Jackson.
They've had lots of problems with this guy's contract, and I feel like right now they're kind of like on their last hope because I saw a report the other day that says Brandon Ayuk's going to give the 49ers, like going into the facility to give the 49ers one last chance to figure out their negotiation problems, and we haven't heard anything since then, so maybe they started moving in the right direction, and he's starting to sound a little more optimistic about being in a Niners uniform.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I feel like the Commanders' buzz is just because Jay Daniels is his own teammate. I feel like the Steelers' buzz is probably a little more
Media driven.
Family driven because his father is
You're
the
right.
head coach.
That's
I
true.
think it's driven based on how Steelers have a need. He knows he can go in there and be one of the top wide receivers.
and they have a lot of money freed up for next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
But I see him probably ending up with the Niners.
He'll be with the Niners, probably. He's
Yeah.
just being a little bit of a menace right
Yep,
now.
he's putting the U in Uke.
Yep.
yeah.
Aside from that, you guys have anything else?
No.
Everybody go out there, have a wonderful 4th of July.
Be safe,
Yeah, get drunk, be safe.
but have a lot of fun.
Yeah, celebrate
Yeah.
America.
If you don't black out, you don't love America.
It's the greatest nation in the world.
It is. And we love America for that. That's why we get to do this.
Register to vote.
Probably couldn't,
Register.
probably couldn't
vote.
do
No
this in
apologies.
China because freedom of speech. Definitely couldn't do it in
China.
North Korea.
They do it in China.
No.
First president stepped foot in North Korea.
If you guys have any suggestions, feedback, or questions you'd like answered on podcast, please comment down below. Reach out to us or email lasttalksportstalk@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah. And if you want to comment something cool for something different, what did we miss in the draft?
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Tell us what your first overall pick is.
Yeah.
Because
And who won? Who won the draft?
Who won the
who
draft? Yeah.
that is true. Should we try to make our own outro song?
I think we
Well,
just sing "Well, Proud to Be an American" and take her home.
I don't think we want to sing that. I think we should let Lee Greenwood have it.
Well, I'm proud to be an American.
Oh, Lee, I'm so
where
sorry.
at least I know I'm free.
And I won't.
Forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I proudly stand up.